go. Okay, now, so who can share only? Okay, got it. All righty. So here we go. We begin our news with a glimpse behind the scenes of one of the most crucial battles taking place today. So keep your eye on this.
Staring contest?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Blink, Evan, blink.
I will never blink.
And no, he will never blink. And that staring contest, though, is brought to you by IATSE and AMTP. AMPTP, who are at loggerheads on this next contract. So as not to be political, I'll leave it up to you to decide who was the shark in that confrontation. You can make that choice yourself. But as we move forward, we understand that IATSE is calling for a strike authorization vote. The AMPTP is balked at their latest contract offer. What's going on? Well, this Friday, it looks like, is when the vote is going to happen to decide what to do with this contract negotiations. The union is seeking to address the long hours and the contract provisions and the more breaks and longer turnaround times on production days. IATSE is also seeking to bring the new media production, i.e. the streaming production, more in line with traditional studio productions, which it currently is not. And in response, AMPTP said that by pursuing this authorization, the union has walked away from a generous compensation package and substantial improvements in several areas. Now, I joke more about this, but it affects too many people who do what we do and know that this will trickle down to the little fish here in our pond at some point. So it's important that we do pay attention to what's happening up at IATSE. You may have heard this fellow, Will Rogers, had said you never get a second chance to make a first impression, but is he right? Well, Nielsen announced this Impressions First initiative. And if you're not familiar with who Nielsen are, they're a ratings group. They announced this move to an impression-based buying and selling in local markets across the country. Getting people who are coming in. Okay, let's go here. As a key step in that direction, it integrates broadband-only homes, the BBO homes, into local measurements starting in January of 22. An impression is a metric that's used to quantify the number of digital views, engagements in a piece of advertisement called the ad view. The exact way impressions are counted is very technical, but there's a little 1 pixel that's found on the publisher page. And when the page pops up, that pixel's counted and boom, that's how an impression gets made. Catherine Fuller, the vice president at Graham Media, like a Nielsen, explains kind of what's going on here. She said that a rating is an estimated percentage of the universe of TV households, but it's tuned to a program, and impressions are that rating expressed in thousands of estimated viewers. They recognize all TV audiences, resulting in inclusion of a greater variety of programs, extending reach and greater targeting for advertisers. So this is a big move as you get into the ads and watching television. This is how they're going to be counted now. And so, counter to Will Rogers, you do get a second chance to make a first impression. Obviously, you probably get a lot of chances to make a first impression. Speaking of impressions, we had the privilege of going to Cinegear this year. Yep. Typically a great alternative to NAB, and kind of the only one. Unfortunately, it looked like Fisher Price was kind of the sponsor, as it was very small, kind of like my first expo. You could see it all in about 20 minutes. All the outside booths, not a lot of folks there, not a lot of vendors there, all very, very small booths. But here's a quick little wrap up, some of the things we did like there. One of the most impressive displays, and really the biggest, was this one from ROE. They make virtual wall technology. It's really, really cool to see up close. And we spoke with Frank Montero, the managing director, and he gave some insights into why you'd want to use this as opposed to, say, a green screen. Some really interesting ideas. Then again, beginning at $300,000, my 8x8 green screen looks really, really good still. Also on display, there was a hands-free POV blogging solution for on-the-go influencer who needs their hands for far more important things. And I gave that a try here. This is me wearing that, but while I gave it a whirl, I was reminded that I look goofy enough without wearing apparatus, so I removed it. But our excursion up there did result in a big win for San Diego. Dayplay is a brand new app that helps you find work or a replacement to replace you if you've got another job. We spoke with one of the founders, Jeff Humphreys, and he admitted that, hey, San Diego was not on the list of cities that were in this new app. So I cajoled him, beat him a little bit. He's got a knot on his head, but 15 minutes later, San Diego became a new player in the day play market. So you're welcome, first of all. But secondly, go ahead and download this app. It's kind of neat. It's free for now. And it's an interesting app to find work. These are two boom operator guys who are doing this. So it's kind of an interesting idea. And now to prove more of our presence that was really critical, we made an appearance, this little pod of us there on Valentina V's Aperture booth walkthrough. And she's a big deal, and apparently we are too. I want you to kind of take a look at this.
The larger that reflector, then the smaller the degree. So this is right here, I believe, the
There's our first instance. That's Craig
30
Bentley
degree, and then
making his
if
way
you
into the
see
booth,
over
followed by
here,
Patrick
Casey,
Espinosa.
this big boy over there that looks like
Now, we were too impressive for the camera, so we had to pan away,
80s, 90s,
but we managed to talk him into coming back.
That is the 15
and she'll
degree
do that
reflector.
in just a moment. The camera
And
will.
what's cool about all three of these reflectors
Patrick is back
that they
there
come
along
in
with
their own
Craig,
little case, kind
and
of
Eric Addison
Matryoshka
comes in, and then
dolls
I make
put
the
together,
important
one inside the other,
observation
so
by
they're very
pointing.
compact, but that's
Look
how
at this
you
black
would
thing.
achieve that
So
spotting and flooding.
people hadn't noticed it
Now,
yet,
as far
and I wanted to
as-
point that out. It's important.
Okay, now I
that you
have
see
this
that
really
there.
big,
Craig makes
powerful
another
source.
appearance because for whatever
How
reason,
do I-
Craig was
now I know how to
enamored
make it
with
hard,
the
right?
with
How to
the
achieve that hard light
softbox.
with it.
So
How
he
to
just
achieve
kept
soft
sneaking
light?
around there
Well,
on that.
of course, you can put on
And
one of these
he just
light
won't get out of the
domes.
way.
So there are
There he is.
essentially 3 different sizes of light domes. There were 2, and we've just introduced a 3rd.
So, maybe we weren't directly involved, but if you watch the whole thing, you're going to swear Craig was a photo bomber. It was pure art. Speaking of art, yes, it's cool to see it in real life, but if I was online, I could leave a comment. So that's our younger generation, but in a way, it's pretty cool. And at this new museum, I'll bet you could read some comments and leave some comments right while you're there. So the Academy Motion Picture Museum opens on September 30th, just about a week away, or actually a couple days away, tomorrow. That's right, it's tomorrow it opens. So in a glitzy and star-studded event held September 22nd, Hollywood celebrated the pending ribbon cutting of LA's newest museum. When it opens, the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures will be the largest institution in the United States devoted to the arts, sciences, and artists of movie making. It's designed by Pritzker Prize-winning architect Renzo Piano. The Academy Museum's 7 floors feature exhibition spaces, education and special event spaces, a conservation studio, cafe, and a museum store. And it's anchored by the 1,000-seat David Geffen Theater. Now, here's a little preview of what it looks like on the inside.
For nearly a century, it has been a dream. On September 30th, it becomes a reality. The Academy Museum of Motion Pictures will open, creating a home to celebrate and explore the diverse and complex tales behind the movies we love for the first time. The massive 300,000 square foot campus features 2 breathtaking designs that forever changed the landscape of Los Angeles. One is a stunning restoration of a building from Hollywood's classical era. The other, an awe-inspiring glass sphere housing a state-of-the-art 1,000-seat theater. And featuring a 5th-floor terrace that delivers show-stopping views of the city. Dynamic galleries and multi-screen exhibitions will immerse you in movie magic like never before. From directors and their inspirations to special effects artists and their creations, every dimension of the filmmaking process will be explored in new and engaging ways. And in the interactive Oscars experience, visitors can replicate the thrill of accepting an Oscar.
You'll have to ask Eric Addison
For
about
nearly
that
a-
ability for getting an Oscar. He's not a big fan of that. He has a story to tell when that does happen, when you have a chance to pull him aside. What did happen, though, in getting awards, just this past weekend, I believe, the 48-hour film project had some awards, and we, as media pros, would like to congratulate Canary Storm and Amalgamated Grommets for placing third and second in the competition for the best film. So it includes, both teams include a number of media pro members. So if making good films is on your to-do list, hunt down one of those winners, take them out for lunch, pick their brain. After all, they're just as broke as you are and probably use a good meal. So be sure that you go and do that. And finally, I want to wrap up with this that came across my Facebook page. I want to share it with you. It's really what I think is a brilliant example of what happens when corporativity meets creativity to deliver a message for everyone. It's a bit long and may hit a nerve or two, but it's worth the watch. So watch all the way to the end.
I would describe my political views as the new right.
I'd say that I'm left.
Feminism today is man-hating.
I would describe myself as a feminist, 100%.
I don't believe that climate change exists.
We're not taking enough action on climate change.
I think it's about time these people got off the high horse and started looking for credible problems that actually exist.
It's absolutely critical that trans people have their own voice.
That's not right. You can't, you're a man, be a man, or you're a female, be a female.
Women do need to remember that we need you to have our children.
Could I be friends with someone that says a woman's place is in the home?
Right, OK, well, I'm an expert at flat packs. If you have any trouble, just watch me.
So it looks like I've got your instructions here.
I think so.
Let me help you.
It's not just that bit there.
Describe what it is like to be you in 5 adjectives.
Okay, frustrating.
Dedicated.
Opinionated.
Lucky.
Ambitious.
Offensive.
Solemn. I have ups and downs.
Strong.
I want to say attacked, misunderstood.
Name 3 things you and I have in common.
We're both male, we're both confident, and we're both loudly spoken.
We know each other better than people who've known each other for 10 minutes should.
You seem quite ambitious and positive, and you've got this really, got a glow. Do you know what I'm saying? Your aura's pretty cool.
I'm sensing, are you former military or something?
People have said that, but there is no
Really?
history. So are you then ex-military?
Yeah.
If you're ex-military, I'm very proud of you already.
Well,
So
I grew up in a bit of a rough state. I've experienced homelessness. I've known what it's like to have absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely most grateful just for life.
We've only just met, but I think you're the sort of person that would listen to me and we'd have a discussion rather than an argument.
Yeah, you could hang out with, man.
let's go. Mind your hands.
Goodness sake.
You're right, mate.
Fitter than I look.
Perfecto.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So basically, I think we just built a bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you are. Each take a bottle and place it on its corresponding markings on the bar.
Attention. Please now stand to watch a short film.
Feminism today is definitely an excuse for misandry, man-hating.
If somebody said to me that climate change is destroying the world, then I'd say that is total piffle.
So transgender, it is very odd. We're not set up to understand or see things like that.
I am a daughter, a wife. I am transgender.
I feel like the battle for feminism definitely isn't done. The fight is never going to be over, if I'm honest with you.
You now have a choice. You may go, or you can stay and discuss your differences over a beer.
I'm only joking.
You happy for a second then?
Well, I'm having a drink.
I'm having a drink.
Yeah.
I want to discuss.
Beer.
Yeah, beer and discuss.
Cheers.
At the end of the day, mate,
About
I've
reaching
enjoyed
out to
working
people,
with you.
yeah. And, you know, even if you wanted to convince people about your point, the productive thing to do would be to sit down and have a
Engage, just
beer.
engage.
I've been brought up in a way where everything's black and white, but life isn't black and white.
Yeah, I'm just me.
Yeah.
Smash the patriarchy.
I'll give you my mobile number, you give me yours, and we'll keep in touch. I'd have to tell my girlfriend that I'll be texting another girl. She might be a bit upset with that, but I'll have to get round that.
I'll have to tell my girl.
She'll have to lump it.
So that's what I thought was awesome. It really touches on what we as an industry can do when we have permission to stretch the boundaries. So that's the news you can use for September 29, 2021. Robin, take it away.